Helm and Jerry Powell. The trainer is Joe O'Toole.
Is the head coach of the Hawks, the first NBA coach and the only so far to reach 1,000 victories. What's it all about with home cooking? That Green Bay team, believe it or not, that was not a Vince Lombardi team that won 29 in a row at home. Montreal won 37 straight. How about the Giants? 27 in a row in baseball back in the what had to be the 50s or thereabouts. 41 games in a row for the Chicago Bulls. At home. There's a look at Lenny Wilkens. The officials for tonight's game, that's Joe Borgia, Mike Mathis, and Ken Maurer, and the crew as well. Mookie Blaylock, the Atlanta people were hopeful that he could start here tonight. Apparently tried to give it a go in warm-ups and will not be able to start. We'll have to see if he's going to play in this game at all. But the series, Bulls leading overall. Michael Jordan is chalked up and ready to go. You'll see some of the action from our southwest overhead camera high atop the United Center. And that's what it looks like from up high.
Whoa, makes your nose bleed up there.
Sure does. Scottie Pippen has struggled his last two games. Ron Harper has played well in varying roles this season, and Michael Jordan has literally carried this club the last 2 weeks with all the injuries and whatnot, suspensions and that type of thing. Hawks in the dark uniforms, black and red, and the traveling uniforms, Bulls in the familiar home whites with a red trim. Underway in the first quarter of play. Steve Smith, Craig Elo, Christian Laettner, Stacey Augmon, Grant Long up front for Atlanta, and here's a steal by Jordan. In on Long, feeds Scottie Pippen. And the Bulls take the early lead. Bulls with the starting lineup tonight without Luke Longley, Bill Weddington in the middle, Pippen, and Kukoc, along with Jordan and Harper. Stacey Augmon double down from Kukoc. They go right back to Augmon. Boy, he's got those long arms. Didn't get the roll that time. Scottie Pippen comes up with a rebound. Scottie on the move. Trying to feed Bill Weddington. They don't draw it up on the chalkboard like this. Harper back to Jordan. Michael on the drive. Nice adjustment around Laettner. Harper comes up with a rebound.
You're right. They don't draw that one up at all.
No.
Very nicely done.
I'd like to see you draw that on the telestrator later tonight. Oh, my. Craig Elo from the outside for three. Pippen trying to battle for the rebound, and he's got it, but throws it away. Elo behind the back. Ogman, nicely done. It should be pointed out, and we'll get a shot at it. Arnie Harris, our producer director, the 24-second clock above the east basket, the Atlanta basket in this quarter, is not working. The 24-second shot clock is on the floor. It is working on the west end, where the Bulls go to work right now. Weddington tripping through the lane, lays it in. There's a look at the shot clock over the Atlanta goal that is not working. And that's the shot clock set up on the floor. Leitner inside on Weddington. Christian Leitner has really played well and really started to make the adjustment to the Atlanta Hawks, his new team, in the last 3 games. There's the shot clock on the floor on the other end. Bulls on this end now with 10 to go on the shot clock. Leitner overplaying on Weddington, picks up the first foul of the game. And Fred, the Atlanta people are telling me that's been a problem for Christian early on. He's a little tentative offensively and has been late in getting to his spots defensively until the last 3 games when he's really seemingly settled in. Scottie passed up a 3-point shot that Ogman was giving him. Jordan for 2. Up over the backboard. Atlanta gets it back. 6-2, Bulls on top. Early going, first quarter. Make it 6-4 the score. I said 6-2, 6-4. I stand corrected. Craig Elo takes it up for Atlanta. Guarded by Harper. Leitner out high. Bill Jackson mentioned what Lenny Wilkins likes about Christian Leitner. He's a passing center, good passer. Tough pass there for Long to handle. Elo tight roping and finally ran out of real estate.
And he did the smart thing. He just threw it up. It's the best place to put it, up towards the rim, but didn't go in.
Craig Elo, a heady veteran, has played much of his career under Lenny Wilkins. Lenny, matter of fact, brought Craig Elo to Atlanta as a free agent from Cleveland. Weddington to Harper. Harper with 4, and the Bulls lead it 8-4. Chicago has come out and hit 4 of its first 6 and a 22nd timeout called by Lenny Wilkins. He wants to talk with one of the officials.
What he's talking about, he says the Bulls are putting pressure on. Now Harper's put it on, and now Michael wanted to go over here what he was talking about. He said Harper's putting pressure on all the way down the court, and so is Michael. They're bumping our guys coming up, taking us out of our offense.
Take a look at Lenny Wilkins. Most combined games as a former player and active coach, and wow, he's been around for a lot of games. That's more games you've been around for, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, on the air I might. I think I've been.
What about your combined?
Well, I played against Lenny.
All right,
combined.
Let's figure out player, coach, and broadcaster. You might be up there with Lenny Wilkins. They don't count your broadcasting games, Red, in the NBA record book.
I guess not.
Lenny's still talking with Ken Mauer. Now we resume. Just under 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Bulls leading 8-4. Leitner out on the floor, gave up the dribble. Grant Long comes to get it. Here's Steve Smith at the point. Pass for Elo, knocked away by Harper. Elo recovers and converts. So Craig Elo with his first in the field. Again, Elo getting a start tonight. Mookie Blaylock injured his left ankle at Toronto last night, or I should say 2 nights ago.
And now that's what they're looking for, somebody to run their offense. They've been very slow getting in. Mookie normally does that. Pip with a long shot off Billy Whittington, tapping it out, and we'll start all over again.
Offensive rebound has been a problem for the Bulls. They've done a pretty good job of prying it loose here tonight. Jordan connects.
Guess who he made that shot on? Arnie, save that. We want a replay on that. Save that for me. We'll come back with that in a minute.
Stroll down memory lane for you. Craig Elo.
Now Jordan with the basket.
So the Bulls lead it by 4. Michael's made some big shots over Craig Elo.
Oh, man. He took a few steps there.
Ogman with a nice move. And of course, your move is always much nicer when you're allowed to travel, isn't it? I mean, you can look pretty acrobatic out there without having to put the ball on the floor. Scottie Pippen lifts for 2. Scottie Pippen with 4 points has come out and hit 2 of his first 3 from the floor. Scottie has struggled the last 2 games since coming back from the injury. 6 of 17 from the field.
Put your hand up. Shoot the 3 in.
Steve Smith driving on Tony Kukoc. Christian Leitner. Grant Long out on the floor. Craig Elo pries loose the rebound. Long picked up this time by Jordan. Plenty time on the shot clock. Smith goes inside. Kukoc blocked it from behind. Leitner to Smith. Jordan knocked it away and got a foul coming up. The foul going to be on Tony Kukoc. His first.
Here's the one I was calling back for. Take a look at this. Michael comes in, he loses Smith, but when he gets, who does he run into? There's Elo going for his shot. Michael makes it. Oh, do we remember that shot that knocked them out of the playoffs?
A couple of times, Red.
Yes.
Most famous of which was what, 88? Thereabouts in Cleveland on a Sunday afternoon. Steve Smith makes 2 at the line. Smith is, we mentioned in the Open, playing his best basketball of his career. He's close to signing a new contract with the Atlanta Hawks, and a lot of the insiders in Atlanta feel that he's a bit more relaxed, not quite as tense now, and his game has really come together. Weddington with his jump shot off the left side of the key. He has 4. The Bulls are shooting well, 7 for 10 in the early going and leading by 4. Smith watched by Jordan. Grant Long on the block. Tough matchup for Tony Kukoc here. Christian Leitner, a bit hesitant, finally takes it over Wennington. And here comes Michael Jordan.
See, they want Mookie Blaylock out in that position. They don't want Christian Leitner. Mike with a 3.
Steve Smith back the other way, running hard for Atlanta. Smith, beautiful feed to Elo on the reverse, and the tip by Leitner won't go. Harper clears the rebound. To Pippen with numbers to Kukoc over Elo. $25 from McDonald's to Charitables every time a Bulls slam dunks in tonight's game. Bulls by 6. It's the biggest lead for either team. Matter of fact, the Bulls have led all the way, to be exact. Here's Smith. Kukoc knocked it away, and Smith lost it on a play. 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go. First quarter, Lenny Wilkins wants to talk things over with his club. The Hawks have fallen behind the Bulls by 6, 16-10.
Basket that Bill Wennington made. He starts here, slides down the lane, goes past Tony Kukoc. Kukoc comes out here and is a definite threat for a 3-point play. Then the ball will smooth down here, but watch over here in the corner. Bill Wennington can get it and deposit. All right, here's Bill. He sets a screen. Now he slides down. They got to guard Tony. He's the 3-point threat. Now it's over a couple of dribbles here. He's wide open. Elo is just too late to get to Bill. And he drains the 3. Nice spreading of the floor. Good crisp passing for the Bulls.
And the point you made, a valid one. I mean, Tony has to be honored at the 3-point line by Atlanta, and that's what allowed Wennington to get open. Hawks are 0 for 5 after starting 4 of 6 from the floor. The Bulls have the ball and pressure in the backcourt from Atlanta. Chicago by 6. Starting lineups remain on the floor for both teams. We're under 6 minutes to go, coming up on 5.5 to go first quarter. 10 to go on the shot clock for Michael and company. Jordan to the fade over Smith.
He was really looking for something to do with the ball to give it to one of his teammates, and Mike hits his second basket. He's got 4.
Jordan 2 for 5 start tonight from the floor. Bulls by 8. Hawks have been cold for the last almost 3 minutes. Grant Long inside, traveled.
Here comes another Jordan in the game.
No relation in any way.
Nope.
But there's a look at Reggie Jordan, who's come on from the CBA and signed just the other day for the rest of the season as he replaces Craig Elo. Atlanta's committed 4 turnovers here without their point guard Mookie Blaylock out with a left ankle injury. Jordan on a fadeaway again, this time over Leitner. Grant Long the rebound. Reggie Jordan, all-star in the CBA a year ago. Played with the Lakers for, well, I guess a quarter of a season in the early 90s. He spent 5 years in the CBA. Jordan with the left hand over Michael. Stacey Augmon on that shot, and here come the Bulls.
But Pip just ran some nice interference for Harp all the way down the floor. Harper's got 6, but Pip just sort of put it in cruise control, stayed in front of his man. Harp was able to take it all the way in.
And the Bulls lead it by 10. Harper with 6 points. Atlanta sets it up with Augmon at the point now. Steve Smith from deep for 2.
The only guy out there that can really shoot the 3 with accuracy is Smith. You must honor him.
Jordan picked up by Smith. Bulls lead it by 8. Tony mishandles for a moment. Scottie wants it on the block. Oh, nice feed. Yeah. Tony Kukoc for the jam. His second from the field. He has 4.
Well, how's that for balance? 4 players with 4 points and Harper with 6.
Not bad. And the Bulls are 11 of 16 from the floor as a team. 3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Bulls by 10.
So far, the rest seems to have done him well. Now, Tony struggling or fighting down low with Grant Long picks up the foul.
Second personal on Tony Kukoc.
Harper to the sidelines here. Steve Kerr in the game. And here comes Jason Caffey fresh off the injured list. And he's going to be one of the first subs for the Bulls.
This will be a good opportunity now for Jason Caffey, Red, to make a run at securing a spot on the playoff roster.
Yes.
For the remainder of this regular season.
He had a twisted hip or a sprained hip. Or...
Got bumped in practice.
Yeah. And it was a shock because it was the same day. It was the same day that Rodman was out.
Jordan missing there. Here comes Kerr. Michael Jordan guarded by Steve Smith.
Oh,
no look to Scottie.
Oh, what a nice pass.
Sensational feed from Michael Jordan to Scottie Pippen, and he threaded the needle through the lane. Bulls by 12, biggest lead of the night. Reggie Jordan having knocked away and stolen by Steve Kerr. Smith and Reggie Jordan converge, and apparently Smith knocked it on the sideline. So it'll be Bulls basketball. Well, Mike Mathis continues to talk with Steve Kerr, and now Michael Jordan.
What's the play?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So far. Got a timeout called by Atlanta. We'll get clarification on that. I think they're going to award it to Atlanta. On the sideline, Michael Jordan continues to debate, and we've got a break. We'll be back with the Bulls leading 24-12. Bulls battle the LA Clippers at U.S. Robotics Hat Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat, compliments of U.S. Robotics.
Here's Tony Kukoc with the ball in the middle. Tony follows this pass down the middle. He gets it and really goes up, hammers it on down. Great job.
Take a look at Scottie among the forwards. He's second to Grant Hill in assists. Back live, Steve Smith in the lane. Jason Caffey clears the rebound. Jason very anxious to get back on the floor. Scottie Pippen. Wennington up high. Steve Kerr. 5 to go on the shot clock now. Wennington back to Kerr for 3. Ring it up.
Every ounce of the clock they used, and Steve comes in and drains a 3. Wow, good passing by Bill Wennington. He knew he had 2 men on him.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bulls leading by 15. Leitner out front. Atlanta laboring without its playmaker. Leitner makes a good move to draw contact, gets the foul from Wennington.
We got 1 second here. We want to wish Joe Michella a speedy recovery, resting at Rush Cross Hospital, and a job well done by the Oregon transplant team.
There's a look at what the Bulls have put together over almost 5 minutes of play here against Atlanta. Prior to the timeout, there was some question as to who the ball would be awarded to, and it was eventually given to Atlanta, and it was because Steve Kerr was stepping on the sideline. He ran out of real estate just prior to the timeout. Leitner makes good on a pair at the line. He doesn't miss many from there in terms of pumping them up. Over 80% from the free throw line. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Bulls leading by 13. Pippen driving on Leitner. And the foul on Christian Leitner. Let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Wayne Larrivee along with Johnny Red Kerr, our producer-director Arnie Harris. At the United Center, Steve Kerr to Scottie Pippen. And Scottie out on the floor hits his third of the night, make it his fourth of the night. He has 8 points.
Well, you know, it looks like that layoff did all these guys pretty good. And the coach gave them 2 days off after that loss in Toronto, and then they practiced hard yesterday. We said, what kind of a practice was it, Phil? He says, a bad one. But he says, maybe it was my fault. I gave him a lot to do.
Augment on the turnaround. He has 6 points. Phil Jackson, I think you're going to see a little bit more of that, Red, where he is going to pick days when he can give his club the day off. As a matter of fact, he told Michael Jordan to get away from basketball for 2 days after the Toronto game. And the Bulls do seem to be rejuvenated. Kerr to Caffey, the fadeaway over Alan Henderson. The slam attempt was missed, and here come the Hawks. Augment sets the floor. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Here's Alan Henderson, the #1 draft choice out of Indiana. Nice move there, but hit the side of the backboard. Leitner was sandwiched on the rebound battle. Got a loose ball foul coming up on Chicago. And it's on Bill Wennington, his second.
He just followed over the top of this to try to get the rebound. Leitner had good position underneath, so John Sally will get the warm-up off. And as the Bulls are in the penalty, Christian Leitner will shoot a couple free throws.
John Sally's performance against the Knicks last Thursday here at the United Center, a game that many of you may have seen on WGN TV, went a long way toward getting him a contract for the rest of the season. 2 days later, Jerry Krause, the general manager, signed him to a contract for the remainder of the campaign. Sally replacing Wennington. But John had 12 points in that game. Christian Leitner has made good on all 4 of his free throws. He has 6 points in the contest. The Bulls lead is 11. Scottie Pippen and knocked away. It's going to belong to Chicago. 16 to go on the shot clock. Lenny Wilkins on the Atlanta bench. Game clock in the right hand. Oh, the alley-oop to Jordan off the inbounds play. Kind of lulled the Hawks to sleep there. Leitner. Over Sally. Chasing Caffey the rebound. Plenty of time for the Bulls to get a good shot. Michael the pull-up. The rebound. Reggie Jordan, and he does not get a shot away as he's picked up by Pippen to the backcourt, and the first quarter has come to a close. Scottie Pippen on 4 of 5 shooting from the field leads Chicago with 8 points, and the Bulls have a 31-18 lead over Lenny Wilkins and the Atlanta Hawks.
Take a look at the inbounds play. Scottie just looking for Michael. Michael does a little fake, goes up, puts the ball in the hole.
Kind of lulled him to sleep there, didn't it? Scottie Pippen, John Sally, Jason Caffey the front line, Harper and Kerr the backcourt for the Bulls. 6 to go on the shot clock for Sally. Sally over Sean Rowe.
Oh, that's the first jumper John has made. He's taken it to the hole a couple times. Nice start here the second quarter.
Reggie Jordan in the backcourt for Atlanta. Sean Rooks down low against Sally, and he traveled.
Eddie Kerr came down and put a little pressure on him down low, and that was enough to make him turn the ball over.
Bulls shot very well from the field in that first quarter. Plus did a good job down low against the Atlanta Hawks and out-rebounded the Hawks.
It didn't get to the free throw at all, did they?
As good a quarter as the Bulls had, it was without the benefit of a free throw. Steve Kerr takes it up high over Reggie Jordan. Kerr got good elevation on that jumper.
He may not be one of the quickest guards in the league, but he's got a great release as he shoots it high. He doesn't need much of a look at the basket.
Absolutely. Nice trigger. 35-18. Steal by Harper. He's ahead of the field.
Showtime. Ronnie Harper on the way into the basket. He's got 8. Tony liked it. Bill Wennington liked it. Yeah.
37-18 Chicago, and Atlanta needs to talk about it. Ron Harper, Scottie Pippen, they're pretty close. 2 good friends on this team, and Harper puts it home in reverse fashion to the Bulls lead 37-18.
Miller
Our genuine draft Super Bowl 3-on-3 Classic returns this summer to Chicago's Grant Park. Call 312-455-4000 for more information or check the Tribune on Wednesday or Sunday for an entry form. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, Salem Sportswear, and Toshiba. Bulls have come out, scored the first 4 points of the second quarter. Take a look at Ron Harper in terms of steals, leading the Bulls among the league leaders. Ron Harper, Bulls get 9 steals a game. Hawks are doing a good job in that department as well. Matt Bullard on the drive.
Offensive
foul. It's on Bullard.
Last time we saw him was with the Houston Rockets, where they're standing outside shooting threes all night.
Atlanta's lineup, Smith and Elo, the back line. And then you've got Bullard, Brooks, and Henderson up front. Pippen for 3. Kerr chases down.
Uh-oh. Thought he had a 3.
John Sally finds Ron Harper in close. Here comes Steve Smith. Elo on the pull-up. Off the glass, Greg Elo. His second from the field, he has 4. Oh, Sally being pushed out of there. Post by Rooks, literally pushed out. Kerr, a long 3. 5 in the second quarter, 8 in the game for Steve Kerr. 40-20, the lead of 20 points, the biggest for the Bulls. Smith gets a screen out high from Rooks. Now goes down low to Sean Rooks. Smith from the perimeter. Kerr picks it off. The lead for Harper. In on Elo. Harper with 10.
But it's always great to have a big lead, but it always scares me when you get a big lead in the first half. They seem to dissipate for some way.
Rooks on the drive, got fouled, and didn't get the roll.
All right, watch this. We said Sally got chased out of the middle by Rooks. Look at him. He just got thrown out. Well, we got a second, Wayne. You know, you and I get a lot of letters from fans asking us different questions. Well, I got a letter here from Christina Lyon. She's 8 years old, and she lives in Naperville. Dear Mr. Kerr, what do basketball players do when their nose runs? What if they have the ball and it starts to run? Do they just let it run? Love, Christina Lyon. I guess they don't have any sleeves, Christine, like a lot of grown-up people do that run around, and they don't have any handkerchiefs or any pockets in their uniform, so I guess they have to wait until after they shoot. They call a timeout, come over and wipe it off with a Kleenex or something.
Sometimes the ball boy has to come over with a towel and wipe it off the floor.
This was written in crayon. I thought I got it from Arnie.
1 out of 2 at the line for Sean Rooks. 42-21. But a sharp performance by the Bulls. Dickie Simpkins in the game now for Chicago. Tony Kukoc on the drive. A little interior feed. Simpkins, too many hands there, but Kerr, dish, and delivers to Simpkins. He tips it in.
Boy, they stayed right with that play. The Bulls really looking sharp after that 3-day rest. You know, with 1 day of practice, 2 days off.
Still a long way to go in this one, and you know that in the NBA, a team, no matter how far they're down, will always make a run at you at some point. Rooks, nice little tip by Sally. Here's Kerr to Sally, lost the handle on it. Henderson, Smith, they've got a 2-on-1. Smith fouled by Kerr. So Steve picks up his first, second on the team.
The only thing Steve questioned was, how come he gets 2? Didn't they get him before he was still on the ground?
Well, they determined that he was in the act of shooting.
Leitner coming back in here for Rooks. Dot for Rooks. Rooks is already down.
Long came in for Rooks, and now Leitner reducing. Who's he going to get? He's going to get Bullard, So now you're going to have Grant Long, Christian Leitner, Allen Henderson up front, Elo, and Smith the backcourt tandem. Here's Steve Smith, among team leaders in scoring. He's among the leaders in that category. Most teams, their leading score is going to be 20-plus points a game.
Yes.
especially a team as successful as Atlanta, 10 games over 500. Kerr looking for room. Tony wide open, 4-3 ring.
Oh, the Bulls, crisp sharpness. Tony Kukoc has got 7 points. The Bulls have 3 threes.
And the 24-point lead is the biggest of the night. Elo backs Kerr. Henderson rebounds. Elo gets a reprieve at the arc. To Grant Long on the block. Nice step to the lane. Good move by Grant Long. Been averaging 13 points a game. And in fact, 14 points in his last 26 games. Been averaging double-digit rebounds in the last 17. Grant Long, consistent numbers, night in, night out. Sally. Oh, nice dish to Dickie Simpkins in among the trees and jump ball indication. A couple of changes coming up for Atlanta here in a moment, or at least one change. Stacey Augmon is in for Steve Smith.
So they got a bunch of scratchers in there. They got a good 3-point shooter in Elo, but they got some guys that can go hard to the basket. Henderson and Augmon and Leitner.
From the southwest overhead cam, Henderson and Simpkins on the jump in the Bulls' end, and it's controlled by the Atlanta Hawks. Well, you're right. I mean, you've got Leitner in there, who's a scrapper at the 5 spot, Long at the 4. Stacey Augmon at the 3 spot, or I should say on Henderson at the 3. Stacey Augmon in the backcourt now with Craig Elo, so that's good size in the backcourt for Atlanta. Augmon off balance through contact and the foul from Ron Harper. Did not get the roll. Boy, nothing has fallen Atlanta's way.
Every time that Augmon goes with that left hand across the lane, he's going to stop and reverse the old Dominique Wilkins move and come back the other way. And that's what he does and picks up the foul. Michael's going to get a chance to play here in this quarter.
Augmon puts in on his first.
Michael Jordan returns for the Bulls.
And he'll have another. Michael Jordan back on. Ron Harper leads. Nice hand and well-deserved. 10 points for Harper.
Also, Randy Brown.
Randy Brown up off the bench. He reports out, replacing Steve Kerr. Kerr provided 8 points off the bench so far in the first half. 7:01 left to go, second quarter. Augmon makes them both. He has 8 points. So Jordan and Brown, Sally in the middle with Kukoc and Simpkins in the forwards for the Bulls. Jordan on the block against Augmon. Michael to the fade. Rebound control by Grant Long and Craig Elo. Elo on the run. Randy Brown knocked it away. Who touched it last? It's going to belong to Chicago. Last touch by Elo. What's on tap on WGN? Bulls and the Heat coming up Thursday at the United Center. Bullseye at 7 o'clock. That'll be the second half of a back-to-back with the Heat next week.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, the Lakers went into Miami last night and won a big game from Atlanta, from Miami. Kukoc from the outside.
You know what the Bulls miss here? The Bulls miss the outstanding rebounder, Rodman, who had 20 rebounds the last time these two teams played in Atlanta.
Sally picks up the foul there, his first, 4th on the team. And this is what we're talking about, Red, especially off the offensive board. You know, offensive rebounds lead to more shot attempts. Oh, nice move by Leitner knocking down Sally. No call, but no roll either. And the Bulls come back the other way as Atlanta remains stone cold from the field. Jordan, great move. On the reverse, could not get it on the ramp. Foul coming up on Henderson. His first, second of the team.
Well, Mike does a nice move to get by Augmon and then flips it up with the left hand. Not there. Sally can't get a call here tonight. He's thrown down twice, one on each end.
You know, this is amazing. This is the first Bulls free throw of the ball game, yet they are up 47-27. Atlanta is 11 of 12 from the free throw line, Red. Think about where they'd be without those free throws.
Absolutely.
Michael misses his first 11 other. We were talking about the offensive rebounding, Red, and the Bulls normally average 84 shots a game. In the games that Rodman has been out with this suspension, including the New Jersey game where he's thrown out in the first quarter, the Bulls are getting just 80 shots a game. So losing the battle on the offensive boards shows up in the number of shot attempts you get per game. Cappy knocked this one out of bounds. Well, Michael, a rare double miss.
We got 2 free throws and missed both of them here.
Trap in the backcourt on Henderson. Well, Atlanta really laboring offensively, as you pointed out, Red, without their starting point guard, Mookie Blaylock. Laboring just to get into their offense, which Blaylock down with a left ankle injury, suffered the other night in Toronto. 4 to go on the shot clock. Laettner, I don't know if he realizes it, down to 2, and he gets it away in time. Jordan out of the rebound. Hoffman cleans it up with authority.
These guys have done this very well. There's Mookie sitting on the bench. These guys have done very, very well. Phil wants a timeout now. Is scratch off the offensive board. Keep the ball alive on the Bulls. They don't have that dominant rebound. And we got a timeout.
5 minutes and 19 seconds to go in this, the first half. The Bulls lead the Hawks 47-29. When the Bulls battle the Charlotte Hornets, it's Brawny Quilted Northern Hat Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls hat, compliments of Brawny Quilted Northern. Should be pointed out, we mentioned playoff tickets going on sale April 6, 10 a.m. United Center box office or through Ticketmaster by phone at 312-559-1212. Now, the 12 home playoff games go on sale with a maximum purchase of 4 tickets per person. And folks, this is important. No camping out will be allowed here at the United Center. Ticket prices are $23 and $18. They're not going to let you stay overnight. So go from there, folks, and good luck. To the numbers overall in the ball game. Atlanta just 9 field goals. They only had 3 assists in the game. Jordan on the drive through the lane. 8 points for MJ. Here's the lead for Augman. Bulls on top by 20. Stacy. Allen Henderson. Bit of an off-balance shot there. A rebound. Taken down by Jordan off the floor.
See the way they stay there and scrap after that board. They know that we don't have the one guy that's going to go up and bring it away by himself.
They also are not a good shooting team for the most part, the Atlanta Hawks.
Jumper, watch out. Jumper's coming. Jumper's coming. It's coming.
Good coach with 5 on the shot clock.
I didn't say he was going to jump it. Tony with 9.
Tony Kukoc 4 of 5 shooting from the Randy Brown on the trap of Elo gets the ball loose to Jordan. Michael feeds Tony. I'll tell you what, Brad, I mean the teamwork and the offense of the Bulls right now is really very sharp. It's one of the sharper performances we've seen in the last few weeks.
Oh, there's
Brown went down. Well, the ball, no call. Christian Laettner gets an easy 2 inside. He has 8. The Bulls have struggled at this time the last couple of weeks. Struggled even though they've been winning. Randy Brown on the drive. The runner, nope. Grant Long the rebound. They've been winning, but wins have not been easy for this ball club, except on a few occasions in the last 3 weeks. Tonight they're playing very well. Elo got fouled there as he made his move to the lane. A couple of changes coming up in the ball game in a moment.
Jason
Campy picks up the foul, yeah.
So Elo shoots a couple here. Well, Sid Port watching Palm Springs. Wishing him a very nice 83-degree weather out there.
Elo puts in on his first. He'll have another. Judd Bushler up off the bench coming on. Along with Scottie Pippen. Pippen replacing Kukoc, and Jason Campy leaves, and Scottie Pippen back on along with Judd Bushler.
You notice Phil's rotation. Boom, couple minutes, boom, couple minutes now with guys. Not letting guys out there, you know, if they're not ready to go, they better get themselves cranked up. They may be coming right out.
And he's also trying to work a lot of people in and keep people somewhat fresh.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys are not going to play big minutes, so they've got to produce in the limited minutes they'll be in there.
Randy Brown gets a screen from Dickey Simpkins. Nice move. Randy Brown on the pull-up in the lane, and the Bulls lead it by 22. Reggie Jordan. Grant Long on the block. Tough assignment here for Bushler. Got help from Randy Brown. Now right back to Grant Long they go, and Bushler reaching in gets called for the foul. Judd's first, and the team is over the limit. The Bulls are 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Atlanta is 13 of 14 at the free throw line, and they're getting a couple more coming up here. Craig Elo leaves the lineup. Steve Smith back in.
Usually it doesn't work out that way, but you get 10 fouls on the team that they'll shoot 16 free throws. You know, some of those, every one is a shooting foul.
Yeah. It's just the way it happens to have worked out here.
Yes.
Long misses the first. He'll have another. But Red, from an offense and even defensive standpoint, this first half here tonight, with just under 3 minutes to go first half, the Bulls have been very impressive, to say the least. 3 points for Grant Long. This coming off a, well, I guess a surprising win, to say the least, up in Toronto. Although the Raptors played the Bulls tough all season. George pass deflected, gets behind the back to Dickie Simpkins. Lost the handle on the way up.
They will not blow the whistle on this end. They will not blow the whistle.
Simpkins looked like he got bumped on that play as he lost the handle on the ball. But let's take a look at this.
Michael with the pass down in the middle. All right, they get it back, and then Michael's going to come behind the back to Dickie. Dickie goes up and he, boom.
Got bumped by Grant Long, but no call. Scottie Pippen. Boy, Pippen shooting well tonight. It's good to see him back on the beam. He has 10 points. 5 of 8 from the field. Reggie Jordan to Grant Long. Bulls are leading by 23. Long back to Jordan, but a foul coming up. That was Judd.
Look at it. That's what I mean. What is that? That's a little touch.
Make it Randy Brown on the foul. Randy on the foul. He picks up his first.
I mean, there's collisions happening, and yet there's a guy standing, waving the ball around, and a guy comes by and touches him on the arm, and boom, put a guy to work.
Marty Wilkins talking with Reggie Jordan. Grant Long nets his first. He'll have another. Long now with 4 points. This is a good prototype 90s power forward, Red. A guy who can scrum on the boards, can hit a 10 to 15 foot shot out on the floor, grab some offensive rebounds.
It's going to be a record for the Bulls here in first half. 2 free throws.
Scottie Pippen.
2 minutes to play in the first half.
Michael Jordan down low on Steve Smith. Oh, no look to Bushler. And what do we got inside? Bush was bumped on the play. Michael has thrown some awesome no-look passes.
He is.
Watch this.
Whoa. You know, it's so fast, it's hard for the camera with the speed of light to even catch it.
Stacey Augmon picked up a foul there. Bushler trying to hit Dickie Simpkins, not expecting the pass, and off the miscue, Atlanta gets it back. Bulls leading 57 to 35. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Christian Laettner. Laettner now spaces the floor a bit. Boy, Steve Smith wants it on the block, but Jordan covering him too well. Laettner out on the floor. Jordan stepped on the baseline, or did he get pushed?
He was out, I think, standing there with 1 foot under it. That surprised everybody. It was so short.
Reggie Jordan took the ball on the baseline, and the Bulls get it back. Under 1:30 to go in this first half. Dickie Simpkins, Pippen and Laettner collide. Simpkins on the drive, draws contact, and finally a foul. Foul is going to be on Stacey Augmon, his second personal. Penalty situation, second foul in the last 2 minutes.
Well, watch Dickie handle it. Later tried to make a good move outside. Dickie comes all the way down on everybody. Makes the penetration and will shoot 2 free throws.
Dickie activated from the injured list March 19th, puts in on his first. Double-figure scoring in just 4 games. He was scoreless in 6 minutes at Toronto on Sunday. And Dickie also, like Jason Caffey, will get his stab in the final weeks of the regular season at making the playoff roster. A lot of competition in the Bulls camp. 4 for Dickie Simpkins.
Isn't that funny? Even when it's over, the season's over, they're going to playoffs. There's competition. There was competitions, you know, starting way back in training camp to see who's going to make this squad.
You got it. On this level, it never ends, does it? No. Shot clock on the left side of your screen. Jordan had it blocked from behind by Pippen, knocked out of bounds. Will belong to Atlanta. 5 to go on the shot clock. Reggie Jordan had it knocked out of bounds. Atlanta with Stacey Augmon getting set to inbound in front of the Hawks bench. Nearly stolen by Randy Brown.
Randy was trying to call a timeout with that play. He just touched it. What do we got? 3. So 2 seconds ticked off, and they moved him further away from the basket.
Craig Elo wants more time put back on that play. So how can that be 2 seconds? Nah, I think they're resetting it to 4. Yep, there it is. 4 seconds on the shot clock for Atlanta. Christian Laettner, a long 3. Came up just short. Scottie Pippen the rebound. Pip with 5 rebounds now and 5 assists to go along with 10 points. Scottie, quick release for 3. Stacey Augmon back the other way on the run. He has numbers. On the drive, Steve Smith, and a foul coming up, a blocking foul on Ron Brown. Randy Brown. I said Ron Brown, the former head of the Democratic National Committee. There's a look at it. Randy Brown just a little bit late, apparently, getting into position here defensively.
Yeah, he had to move back over. He had position one way and then had to come back.
Steve Smith makes good on his first. He'll have another.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th free throw in this quarter, right?
You got it. I'll trust your count, Coach. I can't count that quick in my head. Here comes Michael Jordan. Bumped by Augmon out front, and 32.1 seconds left to go. In the second quarter, Jordan will go to the line.
You see that? Michael just shot that ball left-handed when he was waiting. Knocked it in from about 19.
Foul on Stacey Augmon is his third, and Jordan at the free throw stripe again, where he's 0 for 2 tonight. Michael, one of the better free throw shooters for the Bulls at 84% on the season.
Yeah, the Bulls up by 22, and you would think Michael might have a bundle. That was his 19.
And the other factor, you think of a lead this big, Red, and you can't imagine there would be a 20-5 disparity at the free throw line in terms of number of free throw shots. Yeah. Atlanta with 20, Bulls with 5.
And normally that happens when you play at home sometimes.
Yes.
Not on the road.
10 for Michael Jordan. 61-37 Chicago. Shot clock on the left, game clock on the right. You can see the difference. Steve Smith. Quick release on the turnaround. Pippen hustling the rebound. Scottie called for a timeout.
Yes, he did.
So the Bulls will take a quick timeout. They only want a 20.
I mean, a 20. It's down to about 15 now. Kurt says, I'm bleeding over here. Look what they're doing to me. Give me a timeout.
Graham Long bearing in on him. So the Bulls take a quick timeout. Chicago shooting 60% from the field, 27 of 45 in this first half. Atlanta down around 30 at 32.3%, 10 for 31. Take a look at this. In the United Center, the Bulls have been dominant. And one of those close games, of course, against this Atlanta team on December 30th. But only a couple of close games here. Judd Bushler on the inbounds for Chicago. Bushler, Kerr, Brown, Pippen. Jordan on the floor. Here's Michael. Time winding down. Jordan had it knocked away by Reggie Jordan, and the foul called on the CBA veteran. Red Kerr. Release Rodman. I didn't know it was you who had him tied up in there. How about that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, John, let him out. You got a game coming up Saturday. Let him out.
And Michael misses his third free throw.
Of course, a former Bulls general manager is technically the man who put him in jail, so to speak, Rod Thorne.
The guy that drafted Michael.
Yeah. 11 points for Jordan, 1 out of 2 at the line. Time winding down in the second quarter. Steve Smith to Christian Laettner, and boy, that last sequence kind of sums up Atlanta. The Hawks lost without Mookie Blaylock. The Bulls rediscovering Scottie Pippen, who had a nice first half of play. Steve Kerr and company, Bill Wennington, Phil Jackson of the Bulls head off with a big lead, 62-37 over the Atlanta Hawks as the Bulls make their way back to the dressing room.
left hand next time I get up there. I catch you, all right? You can make it hard.
Michael Jordan may be changing hands on the free throws next time. As far as free throw shooting went, he was only 3 for 6. Michael knows he can do a lot better than break even from the charity stripe. Bulls big at halftime, 62-37 coming up after this station break. Dan Rowan in the WGN Sports Halftime Report. Games against the LA Clippers on Saturday here at the United Center. Then down to Miami on Tuesday, and we've got the rematch for you on Thursday against the Miami Heat. The Bulls and Heat next Thursday. Friday at Charlotte. So a busy week coming up for Phil Jackson and company. The Bulls leading here at halftime, 62-37. You know, the Atlanta Hawks at one point or another in the second half will begin to put together a run. They're going to make a run at the Bulls, one would figure. That's the norm in an NBA game. That'd be interesting to see how the Bulls stand up to that, because really they've been on the lead all night, have not trailed in this game, and have pretty much controlled things from the outset.
Well, the interesting thing was, I didn't think intensity-wise that Atlanta was ready to play this game. They know the Bulls got this streak going at home. They're going to be ready. They had the time off, and they came out and only came up with 18 points in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, they only get 1 point more.
Right.
And they got 17 of those via the free throw line.
And meanwhile, the Bulls, John, back-to-back 31-point quarters to get to 62 in the half. So, again, you wonder how much of an effect Mookie Blaylock, the loss of Blaylock, has on Atlanta. Certainly, there's an effect in terms of them getting into their offense, but take a look at these numbers over the course of the season, and obviously the Bulls having a tremendous campaign. One of the best shooting teams in the NBA, best from the arc. The only area where Atlanta's a little better than Chicago, that would be in free throw shooting. But if you do enough of the other things well, free throws aren't that important. You're usually up by a bunch, which the Bulls are. Scottie Pippen, first shot of the second half. Back tap to Steve Smith, and here come the Hawks. Smith and Elo in the backcourt. Long, Leitner, and Stacey Augmon up front. Bulls counter with Jordan and Harper, Kukoc, Wennington, and Pippen. Christian Leitner out on the floor. 8 to go on the shot clock. Elo at the arc for 3. The rebound pried loose by Scottie Pippen. The long lead for Tony Kukoc. Kukoc to Harper. That knocked away. I believe Steve Smith or Craig Elo got a piece of it. Smith back the other way. Christian Leitner guarded by Tony Kukoc. Switch here in men. Jordan came down to double down, and Leitner, who has struggled all night, put the side of the backboard there. Michael spaces the floor for the Bulls. Ron Harper out high. 12 to go on the shot clock. Tony Kukoc.
Oh, there it is.
5 to go. Back to Scottie Pippen for the jam.
Tony looked to us, and Scottie went down the other side. I didn't think you saw him, but then just a little drop pass. Nice job.
Wow. I'll tell you, these guys tonight have passed like they all have eyes in the back of their head, haven't they?
Well, the waiter's been known for that. Tony's been known for doing that, and he just did a great job.
Grant Long attacking Jordan, and we got a foul coming up. Help came quickly from Harper and Wennington.
All right, here's the pass. Watch Tony look way to the right. Did he see him? Yeah, he did. He caught him coming down the back and hammered down. So Grant Long will shoot 2 free throws.
The foul was on Michael Jordan, and for MJ, his first, and the first on the team here in the second half. And Grant Long at the line. Long on the season, 76% from the free throw line. He'll have another out of Eastern Michigan.
It's amazing how you take your point guard away and you limit the ability of your power forward from the field and a couple other guys. You know, they just don't have the guy that can get the ball.
Steve Smith converts on the miss by Grant Long. Smith with 8 points, and Atlanta trails now 64-40. Pippen gets the step on Augmon baseline. On the reverse. Nicely done. Scottie Pippen back to his old self, Fred.
Yeah, showing some good movement. The ankle seems not to bother him tonight anyway.
Took a couple of games to shake off some rust, but they look sharp tonight. Long, nice interior feed. Augman batted away by Harper and knocked out of bounds. Bulls have forced Atlanta to inbound with just 8 to go on the shot clock. Lenny Wilkins, one of those nights on the bench so far for him. When you're around as long as he is, there are a lot of those nights. There are also some great nights as well. Stacey Augman to the left hand. 12 for Augman. 66-42 Chicago. Tony Kukoc to Ron Harper. Wennington. Rebound pulled down by Augman. Augman on the run. Steve Smith takes it back outside on Kukoc. They cleared it out for him. Smith goes to work. The facial over Kukoc. Long the rebound. Augman. Bench wanted 3 seconds called on Atlanta. Augman off the mark. Wennington retrieves. Here comes Scottie Pippen with Ron Harper and Tony Kukoc. Pip for 3. Not that time. Grant Long picks off the carry. Steve Smith.
I got this shot. Stay up here.
Smith stopped to the baseline by Wennington. Here's Grant Long backing Kukoc.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Leitner from the outside. Boy, he's stone cold.
He has thrown some bricks up from the outside.
Harper to Pippen. Scottie behind the back. Tony right back to Pippen. Knocked away and denied by Augman, who knocked it out of bounds.
Passing a little bit fancy. That time, the result was they tapped it out of bounds.
So the Bulls now with 17 to go on the shot clock. Pippen wanted the easy one for the lane, but it wasn't there. Here comes Kukoc. Stripped away, taken down by Christian Leitner. Steve Smith backing Harper. Now Leitner against Wennington. Leitner on the drive was bumped in a foul. It's got to be on Bill Wennington. It's going to be Michael Jordan. Thought it was Wennington who bumped him on the play. I was screened a little bit. Jordan picks up his second of the team. And as you mentioned, Red, seems like every shot, every foul is a shooting foul.
Yes.
Leitner makes good on the first, and he'll have another. There's a look at his log. Just 2 for 9 from the field. Picks up a couple of more at the free throw line. Hasn't missed from the free throw line in 6 attempts.
80% from there. He shoots pretty good, but his range outside of that long one. Remember that shot he made in the NCAA turnaround jumper that was
Duke
beat him at 3.
He beat Kentucky in there, I believe, in that game. Kukoc for 3. 14 for Tony Kukoc. Atlanta assembles quickly. Steve Smith tries to get baseline. Hard bank, no foul. 7:44 to go in the third. Pippen on the run for the Bulls all the way, and he was fouled.
Offensive foul they calling.
You're right. Offensive foul on Scottie Pippen.
Pip's trying to get to the line. He can't get to the line. He puts the head down this time, and he takes it strong to the rack. Ran long. Looked like he leaned just a little bit, but Scottie's, oh no.
Craig Elo did hack him, but Grant Long had drawn the offensive foul. Good position down low. Off the ball, got a foul coming up on Tony Kukoc. That's his third person. Third on the team. Now, do you think Phil Jackson's team is up by 25? Doesn't look like it, does it? But they are. I'd like to play poker with him, huh? Leitner with a little trip pass to Elo.
Smith on the foul. That trip.
Foul coming up on Steve Smith, his first. Loose ball foul. First on Atlanta. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Don't forget, WGN News follows our game. Harper to Tony Kukoc. Look to Pippen to the back door first. Now, Wennington has the open jumper. Scottie, good position to the rebound of the Elo. Pippen came up short at the bottom of the rim.
He can't get to the foul line.
Smith from the outside, a brick. Tony Kukoc comes out of the pile. The pull-up by Scottie Pippen.
Harper! Oh! Scottie Harper giving an imitation of Michael with a slam. Beautifully done.
12 for Ron Harper.
Up with the left hand, caught and hooked it right down through. Nice.
71-44 Chicago. Pippen playing Augment a little tight, and
take a look at this shot. Pip's going to miss the jumper here. It's going to go off to the right. Watch the left hand just come up and woof.
We'll be back. Chicago leading 71-44 here at the United Center, the third period of play. And coming up, lots of baseball on WGN. Coming up, Cubs and Padres in the opener on Monday, and then on Tuesday, late start for the Sox and Mariners. And on Saturday, March 30th, when the Bulls battle the Los Angeles Clippers, it's U.S. Robotics Hat Night. First 10,000 fans enter United Center receive a Bulls hat, compliments of U.S. Robotics. Atlanta resumes offensively. The foul prior to the timeout was on Scottie Pippen, his second. Fourth on the team. Elo on the drive. Nice move on the reverse. 8 for Craig Elo. 71-46 Bulls. Coach. It's a high screen from Bill Wennington. Picked up by Leitner on the switch. And Kukoc to the left hand, high off the glass.
Tony cannot get to the foul line. He went in and threw that ball up and put his hands over his head, waiting for everybody to fall on top of him.
Under 6 minutes to go in the third. Bulls comfortably in front, 73-46. Grant Long. Elo for 3. Ron Harper one-hands the rebound. Tony on the wing. Set up a triangle to the right side. Pippen in the corner. Wennington comes out to deliver a screen. Now Leitner literally pushed him off the screen. Down low, Harper from Pippen. And the rebound taken down by Grant Long. The lead for Christian Leitner.
Travel.
Yes, he did.
Leitner struggling here tonight.
Yeah, and so are the Hawks.
Yeah, you mentioned he's 2 out of 9 in the field. Another turnover there.
Bulls 73-46. Here's Kukoc. Ron Harper. Tony resets it. Jordan fills the triangle in the middle. Michael. Quick release fade, and Michael Jordan, his first 2 points of the third quarter. He has 13 in the game. Exchanging barbs with Steve Smith. Their trash talking goes back to Smith's Miami days, remember? 7 to go on the shot clock for Atlanta. Grant Long and Kukoc denied the interior feed, knocked it out of bounds. Just 2 seconds to go on the shot clock. Reggie Jordan up off the bench, reports on for Craig Elo. Here's a look at Reggie Jordan. No relation to Michael. Although they spell the name the same, don't they? How else would you spell Jordan? Smith quickly to beat the clock off the mark. Harper's outlet pass to Kukoc. Tony for 3. Ring it up.
Pretty good jump shot there. Everybody's trying to take advantage of Tony. Meanwhile, the other end, Tony's got 17.
3 from the arc for Kukoc in the third. The Bulls big 78-46. In the season, you start thinking about playoff matchups. Will the Bulls face Miami or Charlotte in the first round of the playoffs? Phil Jackson, when do you start taking a look at your playoff possibilities?
In the course of the season, you try and speculate at some point. Usually we start at the All-Star game and kind of throw it out just as an interest point. Who you guys think as a coaching staff will be there? And we have 4 good minds on the staff. We all kind of picked it. Now we picked it again last week, simply because it's a very critical time, being that this next week we play both Miami twice and Charlotte twice, home and home. So we'll have an opportunity to play a team that might most likely be our first opponent. After that, we'll designate one of our coaches to probably go scout them for the remainder of the season, starting about the last 4 games of their year.
Phil Jackson on what his plans are for preparing for the playoffs. You know, one of the things we're seeing, Red, with a guy like Luke Longley now on the injured list. Last week, Scottie Pippen just got off the injured list. Phil's trying to make sure that anyone who has any little aches and pains, tendinitis, that type of thing, that they're taken care of here in late March and early April, and that everybody's ready to go for the playoffs in late April and May. And the substitution pattern you pointed out also, he's going with a lot of different players in each of these games now to make sure everybody's ready and everyone's rested.
I remember a basket by Grant Long. I remember when the St. Louis Hawks were in the Atlanta Hawks were in St. Louis. Bob Pettit was on their team, and they were so far ahead in their division that their owner Ben Kerner gave them 10 days off, told them to go on down to Florida and rest. Didn't put them on the injured list, just said go on down, play some golf, relax. Didn't want them to get hurt.
Well, don't you wish you were on that team? Huh?
Yeah.
Harper on the penetration, and here comes Steve Smith off the miscue. Atlanta trailing 78-48. 30-point Chicago lead. Over the top feed to Leitner. And Michael Jordan on the block. It'll belong to Atlanta with 12 to go on the shot clock.
The team help defensive-wise has been great, too.
We've talked about it. This is helping. Look at that. Michael Jordan. Hawkman on the back. Reggie Jordan, the runner in the lane, didn't get the bounce, but
I heard Michael's foul from here.
Yeah.
Slap.
That was Michael Jordan fouling Reggie Jordan.
You
And
can
Reggie
tell
go
his
to the
kids.
line.
Yeah. I know Michael. He fouled me one day going to the hoop.
That's right. We were real tight there for a second. Undrafted out of New Mexico State. And again, as I mentioned, spent about 5 years in the CBA. Played for several teams in the CBA. Eventually became a CBA All-Star. Played for the Lakers in the 93-94 season. 23 games for the Lakers.
The CBA players have really come and helped.
Yes, they have.
The NBA does not have a place to go to give guys some playing time, and they get it there. Tony with another 3-0. Oh, what's that? His fourth?
Yes, it is. 22 for Kukoc.
3 of them in this quarter.
Boy, he has played so well as a starter, hasn't he?
Yes.
The last few weeks. Stacey Augmon. Beautiful scoop shot there. Didn't get the rim, and Pippen had the rebound knocked away by Smith. It'll belong to Chicago. You know, you mentioned the CBA, and it truly has become for the NBA, it's developmental league.
Yes.
The league has put some money into it. The coaching obviously is good in the CBA, and you're seeing some of those coaches come on to the NBA, like a Phil Jackson. Players like a John Starks emerging in New York, obviously. Pippen for 3. So the CBA is indeed becoming a feeder league for the NBA, no question. Stacey Augmon with the left hand. Oh, another brick. Wow. These guys have union cards, John. Have you checked? Oh, there's Pippen from Jordan. No. Oh, my. That would have been pretty.
Pip looks over and said he almost got dizzy.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Smith against Michael. Nice up and under move. Steve Smith delivering. He has 10 points. You know, in the last 4 games, he's been averaging 25 points a game, and so he is way off that pace. 81-50, Bulls on top. Jordan for 3, and Leitner clears. Coming up, a Saturday match with the LA Clippers here at the United Center for the Chicago Bulls. On the penetration, Reggie Jordan, Leitner. That's Grant Long, who hits the chip shot off the baseline. 9 for Grant Long. Scottie Pippen dealing baseline. Foul coming up before the shot. Stacey Augmon's 4.
Oh, Michael defensively trying to keep Steve Smith off the block. He must have learned that. He must have learned this from Cartwright.
Yeah, I think so.
Playing with Bill Cartwright. So Michael sits down. Steve Kerr comes in.
Michael sits down with 13 points. With the Bulls leading 81-52, I wonder if he'll be back. Pippen feeds Wennington. Very nice feed from Pippen and a good catch by the big guy, Wennington. 6 for Bill Wennington. A minute straight up to go. Third quarter. Reggie Jordan Stacey Augmon against Scottie Pippen. Good matchup here. Two great athletes. Kukoc helps out. Grant Long open at the arc. Smith the rebound. He was fouled. Harper and Wennington were there, and they're going to call Bill Wennington on the foul.
Bill Wennington picks up number 3, as you mentioned, and Steve Smith back to the line. Perfect in, what, 6 tosses from there?
It's good on his first. He'll have another. And Steve Smith makes good on a pair. 14 for Steve Smith. Michael getting iced up, so I would say his night is done. Bulls leading 83-54. Pippen on the drive. Offense won't count.
Pip put the arm out, picks up the offensive foul. That's his 2nd offensive foul tonight. His 3rd foul overall.
Brown doesn't like it. Wipes out the bucket by Scottie.
They get a chance to see it on our overhead scoreboard here.
Reggie Jordan sets it up. Steve Smith. This time against Harper. Double down from Kukoc. Long to the left. Unattended out of the arc. Smith again deals to Long. Right back to Steve Smith with 4 to go on the shot clock. And Wennington clears the rebound. Again, that shot 3/4 of the way down. Tough night from the field for Atlanta. Kerr for 3.
Oh, Steve Kerr and Kukoc have brought that 3-stroke. That's his 3rd. He's got 11.
A long lead for Smith. They throw it away. Bulls basketball, and on the other end, Lenny Wilkins shake of the head. My goodness.
Somebody touched it, so they will get it back here.
Oh, so the Bulls will get it.
The Bulls,
Apparently it was touched by Atlanta in the front court here.
Harp, what do you got?
Harper trying to beat the clock. Wennington's tip not there, and the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Tony Kukoc with a big 3rd quarter. Perfect from the field, 11 points to lead the Bulls to an 86-54 advantage heading to the 4th. Friday, April 12th, when the Bulls battle the Philadelphia 76ers, it's Tony's Pizza Jewel Apron Night. First 10,000 fans entering United Center receive a Bulls apron compliments of Tony's Pizza and Jewel. Next telecast on WGN of Bulls basketball, Bulls and Heat. Right here at the United Center. Bullseye, 7 o'clock Central Time. Pat Riley Company, Alonzo Mourning, they'll all be here. Atlanta Hawks set it up offensively. Start of the 4th quarter. Oh! Reggie Jordan to the bucket, and he is fouled by John Sally. 2nd personal on John Sally. Sally got the worst of it. Miller scoreboard. Just underway. Portland playing host to Golden State. Vancouver, Denver the same. Cleveland, the LA Clippers later start. We're the easternmost game of the NBA tonight, right?
Could be. Could absolutely be.
Reggie Jordan off the mark on his first. He'll have another.
He's got the hat trick tonight.
He does.
3 in a row.
Going for the collar, which would be 0 for 4.
Okay. Sombrero is out there somewhere.
Oh, the sombrero. You're right, sombrero. Whatever. Oh,
he ends that.
Stays with the hat trick. Gets his first point of the game. 86-55. Bulls with the lead and the ball. Early going 4th quarter. Jason Campy, Steve Kerr. The rebound pulled down by Allen Henderson. Atlanta came in here with a 4-game winning streak. They had won 7 of their last 10 and 11 of their last 16. Playing very good basketball, but it just didn't happen here tonight. Grant Long against Sally. Blocked by John Sally. Long gets it back. 1 to go on the shot clock. Henderson, did he beat the clock? No, it's a shot clock violation.
Good defense by John Sally. He waited for Long to make all his moves, and he put the ball up, and he had lunch with Grant Long.
Yes, he did. You know, John Sally, one of the points he mentioned this week was that he felt that his ability to play defense helped him make this ball club for the rest of the season. Oh, Sally, nice feed. Pippen. Beautiful move by Scottie. A little shuffle in the air there.
That's right, 16. He did. He went sideways and did a great job. He's our candidate for triple double here tonight. He's got 11 rebounds to go and 7 assists.
Hawks have been flailing away all night to no avail. They really have not put together a run against the Bulls. Steve Smith, the turnaround, 16 for him. Atlanta was outscored 31-18 in the first, 31-19 in the second, and 24-17 in the third. Kukoc on the drive. 24 for Tony. Henderson on the drive baseline and got a foul coming up on Alan Henderson. Offensive foul as Sally established position and took the charge. Henderson's second personal. John Sally came away holding his side a little bit.
Look at this. Tony in 7 starts, almost 19 a game, 38 minutes, 6 rebounds.
And that smile says it all, John, about his demeanor. He is tied his season high tonight. He loves to play in the starting lineup. Pippen baseline. Nice interior feed. Jason Cappy with authority. The two-handed jam.
Yep, Pippen another assist. He got 8 now, closing to that. Nice job, Jason, and they'll take a timeout. 22nd, is that, he said?
Believe they've gone for a 22nd. Let's see. Yes, at a 22nd timeout taken. Scottie with 11 rebounds, and is that 8 assists right there? 8 assists. 14 points.
He just made that last basket, so now you got 16, 11, and 8. That's pretty good.
16, you're right.
16, 11, and 8.
I want to remind fans that Miller Genuine Draft Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic returns this summer to Chicago's Grant Park. Call 312-455-4000 for more information, or check the Tribune on Wednesday or Sunday for entry form. Sponsored in part by the Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, Salem Sportswear, and Toshiba. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Redker. Our producer-director is Arnie Harris, assisted by Joe Cordeo, Mandy Cohen. Good to have you with us for Bulls basketball tonight. There's a look at the log on Scottie Pippen, up to date. Michael's a spectator from here on out. He had 13 points tonight. Atlanta resumes offensively. 8 to go on the shot clock now for Jordan. Steve Smith penetrating. Steve Smith getting his points now with 18. Coming up on 9 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Kukoc isolated on Bullard to the reverse. Jason Campy, the offensive rebound. He was fouled. Grant Long picks it up. First person on Long. First on the team here in the fourth quarter as Michael looks on. Jordan had just 1 basket in the third period of play. And again, it was Tony Kukoc with 11 points in the third quarter, 4 of 4 shooting from the field, who carried the Bulls. Had 3 3-pointers in that third quarter.
Tony ties his season high this year at 24.
It's career high, 33. If I'm not mistaken. What is it?
33.
33. I remembered he reached 28 points in the Boston Garden one night a couple of years ago. 93-59, Bulls on top and rolling to their 61st win in 69 games. Reggie Jordan to Henderson. Matt Bullard, the former Iowa star, trying to clear. Interior feed to Rooks, denied. I believe Sally got a piece of that. Here comes Kerr. Tony Kukoc. Jason Cappy.
Oh, he might have some of the most super dunks of the year in this building.
I'd say the Russian judge would give him a 9-5 on that. Henderson.
Take it out.
Oh, Cappy got up in the air that time. Alan Henderson. I've seen him make that move so often at Indiana. Cappy picks up.
They're looking overhead. These guys are looking at the overhead camera with the slam.
Watch this.
All right, here it is. Tony gives it to him. He takes 1 step and monster. That's a wonder that one didn't shatter.
It's a two-handed sledgehammer jam. My goodness, that's not a tomahawk, folks. That's a sledgehammer he was swinging there. Henderson makes good out his first. He'll have another. Alan Henderson, a quality product out of the Bob Knight Indiana program. In his rookie year, averaging 5.7 points a game, 4.7 rebounds. Picks up just his first 2 points of the game here. 95-61 Chicago. Judd Bushler in the game now. Sally backdoor tried to feed Kukoc. Not there that time, and it'll belong to Atlanta.
That play has been there so many times going down the baseline. You figure, boy, these guys are trying to get a little smart to it.
Donnie Boyce is in the game. Local Chicago area product. This is Boyce from the outside.
Proviso East High School.
Played on a couple of state championship teams there, didn't he?
Sorrel Ford and what was the other one?
Finley.
Finley, yes.
Michael Finley.
Right, absolutely right. Tony got, oh, you don't want that three.
Tony's pass. Too much time in getting down low to Jason Campy. And here come the Hawks on the run. Off the hands of Reggie Jordan. It'll belong to the Bulls. Randy Brown back into the lineup. Tony Kukoc leads. And a round of applause for Tony. 24 points here tonight. Outstanding performance. 95-63 Chicago. Brown, Kerr, Bushler, Sally, and Campy on the floor for the Bulls. Well, the final 7:34. Randy Brown off the screen by Sally. Hey, Randy's got a couple from the field and 4 points. Atlanta back quickly. Henderson on the run, lowered the shoulder into to Sally, but apparently John did not have position, and the foul coming up against John Sally. Mike Brantley. Third personal on Big John. Dickie Simpkins coming into the game as Tony Kukoc loosens the sneaks. So Dickie is on, replacing John Sally. Now Atlanta stacks it up across the foul line, and Sean Rooks out high. Here's Donnie Boyce. Brown came flying at him from behind. Missed him completely. Boyce, tough shot. The rim is kind to him. Hasn't been kind at all to the Atlanta Hawks. Donnie Boyce has come on and hit a couple. Steve Kerr for Randy Brown. Judd Bushler. Dickie Simpkins going to work against Sean Rooks with the right hand with a hook shot. He was fouled. No offensive foul apparently coming up on Chicago's power forward, Dickie Simpkins. He pushed off on the play. Take a look at this. These guys, as far as hair goes, they are low maintenance.
They do not go to Floyd the Barber.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Red, nonetheless, they all look good. Back with more after this. It's Tony's Pizza Jewel Apron Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls apron. Compliments of Tony's Pizza and Jewel. Well, the Bulls are well underway to their 61st win of the season. The Atlanta Hawks authored this dubious stat. 20 so far. They are in danger of taking over the leadership in fewest field goals made in a single game in the NBA this season.
I think the Bulls gave up 65 points to Sacramento. Only 3 in that last quarter, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So the Bulls back the other way, leading 97-65.
I can't say that that's the reason that the Bulls have built this big lead up, that they are 7 for 13 from three-point land. But the Hawks are 0 for 10. I mean, the Bulls have done it inside, outside, running, good defense, the whole thing.
They've had a complete game here tonight. Donnie Boyce from the arc for 3. His first miss that's coming on. Randy Brown to Dickie Simpkins.
And what it does is it makes the magic number, I guess, even 4.
4 for clinching home floor in the East, right? We'll reduce it to, if I'm not mistaken, 7 overall. Yep. Simpkins on the drive, had him knocked away, and a foul coming up. I believe it was Henderson who hacked away at him. And that's the call. Alan Henderson picks it up. And as you take a look ahead for the Bulls as we wrap up the month of March tonight, the Bulls have the Clippers on Saturday, the 30th of March. Dickey making good on his first. He'll have another. We wrap up this month on WGN, but on Sports Channel they'll have the Clippers on Saturday. I believe that's an afternoon game, if I'm not mistaken.
12 o'clock, yes.
And
I believe that gives people a chance to see a Bulls game and also to see the NCAA tournament.
Well, no question. He'll be home in time for the NCAAs. That's smart planning. Here's Rooks in close. Bushler got a piece of it, knocked it out of bounds cleanly. It'll belong to Atlanta.
Bushy comes to help Sally down low. They've done that well all night. Here he comes. Here comes Bush. Looks like he's going to spike this ball right over the net like he does in volleyball in the summer.
Inbounds to Rooks. They have 8 to go on the shot clock now. Bullard for 3, and yes, he can hit that. Jordan banging the boards. Randy Brown went down hard. Bushler cuts away. Hawks have missed 12 shots from three-point range. Haven't made any yet. Sally leaves that one a bit short. Henderson to Jordan. Reggie Jordan starts it up for the Hawks. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go. It's been a blowout all night for the Bulls. One of their best performances of the season. Reggie Jordan. Simpkins rebounds. The outlet to Randy Brown. Brown of 3 on 2. Jason Caffey stopped by Bullard, but a foul. Matt Bullard picks up his second person.
Steve Kerr with a good laugh on the bench. Bill Wennington, when we were down in Toronto, his 9-year-old dog got out of the yard and went out on the highway and was hit by a car. And I know there was sadness in the Wennington family. He and Ann and Robbie.
Well, you know, I'll tell you something. As anyone who's had a dog knows, especially for a long period of time, they really do become part of the family. Yeah, crazy as that may sound, they really do.
You have to have a pet and lose let them know what that feeling is, because that's just an extension of your family.
It is really like losing a member of your family. No question about that. 2 at the line for Jason Caffey. And the Bulls leading 100-65 as they reach the century mark.
They should invoke the slaughter rule here.
Henderson left it short, gets it back, and for his trouble is fouled by Judd Bushler. Bushler's second personal. 4 on the team here in this 4th period of play. Lenny Wilkins not at all happy. His team had come in on off a road victory at Toronto, defeating the Raptors 114-111.
See this guy up there? He gave me a cigar. Johnny Ligmanowski a cigar. The equipment man, Neil Funk, who does the radio, gave us each a cigar. But the 3 cigars cost more than the 4 of us went out to eat dinner. It was $50 a cigar.
And he had a whole box of them, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
My goodness.
Yes, he did. We didn't tell Neil Funk that we got him free. We charged him.
You charged the radio voice of the Bulls?
Yeah, that helped pay for our...
Jason Walker.
Oh, what? Did you see him finish that shot? Oh, Mike, you might want to let that one go just for drill.
There's Neil Funk, the radio voice of the Chicago Bulls for the last 5 years or so. Well, he could afford an extra cigar.
Yeah, we do a lot on the road together, reading the books and smoking a cigar and having a nice meal now and then.
Maybe more often than now.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's Henderson. Henderson comes up with it and forces the shot with 10 to go on the shot clock. Caffey loses the rebound to Donnie Boyce. Jordan, nice look. Score it for Henderson in the foul. That's a very nice pass by Jordan on the play. Reggie Jordan, that is. Judd Bushler picks up the foul, his 3rd. Boy, the guys on the bench are enjoying this one. I think those guys paid for those seats, Red. They're having more fun than the fans.
Well, I'll tell you what, those Phil gave him 2 days off after a loss. And I'm going to tell you again what a great coach he is. There's a lot of people that would have been hustling down to the locker room to get some practice and run drills and do all this stuff in tough practice because they lost some experience from that. Phil, he gave them some time off, worked them hard yesterday. They came back and just do an outstanding job for him here tonight.
Knocked out of bounds by Henderson. Bulls have 3 to go on the shot clock. And Red, you know, Phil Jackson is very aware that he has one of the older teams in the NBA. And down the stretch of a long season, Brown, the quick one, he's scoring. Got it all. 6 points. Down the stretch of a long season, this ball club is going to need a day off here and there. And Phil Jackson has done that throughout this season. And, you know, you're right. He's got a great feel for that type of thing. He was a player. He knows what it's like. He went through a championship season, a couple of them with the New York Knicks. Donnie Boyce at the arc for 3. Nice form on that jumper. Ring that up for 3, and Boyce a good fourth quarter with 7 points here in garbage time. Donnie Boyce, as we mentioned, out of the Chicagoland area from ISO East and Colorado. Been on all season, nursing a broken leg, suffered a broken leg in the Big 8 tournament last year. Been out ever since then, and now getting his basketball legs back under him. Bulls on the attack. Simpkins had it knocked away on the way up, and a foul coming. Mike Mathis with the call on Alan Henderson. Fourth personal.
Scottie has a problem with the ankle. And Phil thought that the big problem he had was with the back, and that's the thing that you got to rest. He said it's right there at your nervous system, and Bulls look like they come out of it. Look like some of these guys, when you look over to the bench, it looks like they fought with Braveheart.
I know. Yeah.
Mel Gibson over there.
That's a good point. News follows the game. Yeah, the only difference between these guys and Braveheart, a little bit of armor and Mel Gibson, right? The armor's a little different than what they were wearing in Braveheart. Goodness.
But they used to wear that torn curtain, you know, that thing that would pass for a kilt. Well, someday I'm going to wear my kilt down here. I've got a kilt. 3 seconds has to be somewhere.
Got a foul coming up. Sally got a block early in that possession. And the foul is coming up on Jason Caffey, his fourth. We've got a break in the action. 2:44 to go from the United Center. Michael and company looking on at a 103-72 destruction of Atlanta.
I didn't realize that, but Jose Corneo's name starts with J-O and ends with J-O.
What? You're right.
Joe.
Must say, Red, I hadn't noticed that myself.
You know, Harry does these things with names backwards. How about that one?
You got that.
I tell him that one.
Harry hasn't attempted that one, Red. That's something you shouldn't try at home either. 103-73 Chicago. Simpkins going backdoor for Bushler, broken up by Henderson. Reggie Jordan, Bullard at the arc. Ranks it up for 3.
That's their first 3-point field goal of the game.
Comes with 2:22 to go in the contest, and the Bulls were leading at that point by about 30. Bushler. Dickie Simpkins. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go for the game. Bushler from the outside for 3.
He gets it right back.
Boyce around a screen by Sean Rooks. Nice move, a little double pump, didn't get it. Rooks lays it back in. Sean Rooks acquired with Christian Laettner from the Minnesota Timberwolves. The deal involving Andrew Lang and Spud Webb back on February 22nd. Sally. Randy Brown running hard baseline. Some arms flailing away at it. And let's see what we've got here on the foul. Sean Rooks picks up his first. Penalty situation in effect here. So, Red, it'll be Sunday here against or Saturday here against the Clippers. Then on the road to Miami on Tuesday. Back home in a game we'll have on WGN against Miami on Thursday. Down to Charlotte and Orlando. The weekend of, the 4th through the 7th. Randy Brown makes good on his first. He has another coming up. So the schedule does pick up a bit for the Bulls as we get into the month of April. In the month of April, the Bulls have 4 home games. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the road.
5 out of 6. 5 out of 7, I guess.
Matt Bullard. Down to 5 to go on the shot clock. Sean Rooks. Rooks lost it as he turned into John Sally and is called for the offensive foul. Rooks' second personal.
Sally brings a lot of smartness.
Yes,
you know, he knows what to do and how to go with the bump. And, a little acting. He knows how to play. He's been there. I mean, he's been to championship twice.
It'll be real interesting to see how they construct the playoff roster on this ball club. How many big men they keep.
Yes,
how many power forwards, how many threes. That type of thing. Foul on Rooks here as they try to go down low to Sally.
Boy, Rooks is really breathing hard. He struggled in the first half, and I think he's trying to get himself in shape here. Tony Kukoc.
Tony Waiter, 24 points, high point man of the game tonight. So John Sally at the free throw line. Makes good on his first, and he'll have another. Prior to tonight, Tony has led the team in scoring twice. He's been in double figures 37 games, including the last 7, now 8 contests. John Sally puts in on a pair. 109-78 Chicago.
Well,
under a minute to go.
This game will not hurt the Bulls' offensive leadership, points scored, or their defensive prowess, will it?
Or point differential for that matter. Jordan denied by Sally. Here comes Brown. Bushler. Randy Brown gets it back. Dickie Simpkins had it stripped away. The foul coming up. No, 3-second violation. You're right.
The guy that would have put it away really was on the right side. They missed him. Jason Caffey coming down. Mike says, how much time we got left here before I get in the shower? Coming down, Mike, to 30 seconds.
Oh, Bushy lost the handle on it. Bushler comes up with it, has numbers, but takes the long jumper for 2. Sally rebounds. Bushler for 3. Henderson. The lead to Reggie Jordan. The lob for Henderson. Bullard retrieves. Bushler fouled him. Judd picks up his 4th. Going for Atlanta, even when they have an opportunity to do the spectacular, it just doesn't happen for them tonight.
Right. Lenny's sitting back saying, get this one over. He's won more games than any coach in the NBA, including Red Auerbach. He passed him this year. And if you want to meet a guy that's a nice guy, meet this guy. He is a terrific, terrific man. I played against Lenny when he was with the St. Louis Hawks. I was with Syracuse and Philadelphia. And you just had a feeling that he would, if he turned his mind to basketball, be a great coach.
He certainly has been. He's done a great job with this ball club. Came in here 10 games over 500. Final seconds ticking away on the Bulls' 61st win of the season. Jason Caffey, as he has done on so many occasions here tonight, with an exclamation point slam. And the Chicago Bulls post a 111-80 victory over the Atlanta Hawks. The Bulls have defeated the Hawks now 4 times this season. Chicago with the win, 61-8. They've won 42 straight here at home, 35 in a row during the regular season of this year.
To my daughter in Cleveland, my mama in Dayton.
He said hello to his folks
my
in
boy
Dayton.
Jason, all the people back in Alabama, shout out.
Everybody he knows.
Right.
Ron Harper heading to the locker room, a happy man. So the Bulls with the 61st win of the season. Atlanta falls to 39-30. They are 16-19 on the road. This loss tonight snaps their 4-game winning streak. Tony Kukoc, high point man with 24 points. John Sally, solid performance on the defensive end tonight. Bill Wennington got a start. Bill Jackson, another job well done on the bench of the Bulls. Back with the final word after these messages.